You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of NBL Live. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver. We've got a great matchup for you today. It is an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. But before we get there, we, of course, have our NBL Live pregame show. It's brought to you each and every week by web3ks.com. They do a ton of graphics for the entire NBL network, and folks, do they have a great deal for you? If you or anyone you know needs graphics done, head over to web3ks.com, let them know that NBL referred you, and you will get 15% off of your order. It's a great deal. Big shout out to all business over at web3ks.com. Web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Sonny Weaver, AFC South matchup, a team we haven't seen on NBL Live in the Houston Texans, their first time under the bright lights. Do you have any advice for the young Texans owner?
Stop tout.
It's going to be don't lose, isn't it?
Just stop tout. No, you know, honestly, when you start learning about NBL Live, it is a different place. We've seen some guys come on here that are pretty good normally. They end up just kind of crumbling under pressure, and I think when you get this many people watching you, sometimes you start questioning every move and worried about what people will say after the game. You just got to play your game here, and again, don't lose the tout.
No, don't lose. It's great advice here on NBL Live, folks. We are going to get to the players to watch because I am just so excited. A new template, new format from our graphics killer, Kyle the Flag Killer, Matt Miller. Maybe we should change it to the graphics killer, Matt Miller, but Unisly wouldn't be happy with that because he'd want to complain about him being late. But he got these here in plenty of time. Big shout out to Kyle. Our first player to watch is Malik Hooker of the Indianapolis Colts. 36 tackles, 2 interceptions, 6 passes deflected, and he took one of those interceptions back to the house. Boy, that graphic is clean. I love it. I love it. And the Colts are loving what Malik Hooker is doing this year, Sonny. 2 picks, a little less than usual, but as a free safety, you take your opportunities you can get him. The big one is 6 passes deflected. He's done a great job over the top, especially on some of those deeper post routes in zone coverage. He's a ball hawk, and he can make the big hit when necessary. He's going to be somebody the Texans are going to have to look out for on the defensive side of the field.
When you play this Colts team, one thing you always have to do when you're playing on offense is know where Malik Hooker is at all times. And he's usually sitting somewhere in the middle of the field, probably in cover 3, playing the deep center, playing that deep post route. And even in cover 2, he will cheat his way over there and take away that deep post. So you always got to be careful when you throw down the middle of the field, whether it's a seam, a post, whatever it may be, that Malik Hooker is out there lurking. So if I'm the Texans, I'm looking to the outside of the field, outside the hash marks, attack the secondary. The cornerback's not as good, and really take advantage of that. But you take a long shot down the center of the field, you're not going to be a happy camper.
On the flip side, we've got DeAndre Hopkins, star wide receiver for the Houston Texans. 46 catches, 744 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 16.2. This Texans team, Sonny, with Emmanuel Garreau at the helm, has really, their passing attack has gotten a lot better. Last year, Garreau, rookie season, quarterback rating of 70.6. He threw 30 interceptions compared to 21 touchdowns. This year, though, interceptions are down, at least in terms of pace. Only 12 thrown so far versus 10 touchdowns. He's completing 5% more passes from 56 to 61, and his quarterback rating has gone up by 9 to 79.8. And DeAndre Hopkins, he's that safety blanket for Garreau. He's a sure-handed wide receiver on the outside. What do you think the Colts are? The Colts going to have success stopping a guy like Hopkins? Because physically, he's such a hard wide receiver to match up with.
Well, what you have to do is you have to understand what Hopkins does and how the Texans like to use him. They like to use him more downfield, some deep out routes, some crossers, deep posts, but you're not going to get a lot of Hopkins underneath. So with that said, if you play off of Hopkins and give your cornerback a chance, you'll be okay. So if I'm the Colts, I'm playing them off the inside and playing them off the ball a little bit, and I'm going to try to basically make them work underneath the Hopkins. That's not something they like to do. They like to take their shots with them. Fuller tends to be more their underneath guy, getting those drag routes and whatnot. So I'm worried about anything about 10 yards back, and I'll give up underneath, try to make them go on long, sustained drives.
All right, Sonny. These are two teams you're very familiar with. And again, folks, get your predictions in the chat. We'll read those throughout the first quarter. I'm interested to see where people go with this one. 2, 3, and 4 teams. 2 teams in the AFC South. Sonny, you face these guys 2 times a year. Who do you like in this matchup? Both teams looking to get back to 500. Both teams looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. A huge game in terms of the long run of the season. Who do you like in this matchup?
This will be a good old-fashioned AFC South throwdown, and what that means is there's going to be a lot of interceptions thrown, folks. I think both sides throw at least 2 interceptions in this game. I think Malik Hooker does snag one and get it back, but in the end, I'm going to take the Houston Texans to win this one 24-17 over the Indianapolis Colts.
Should be very interesting getting those predictions in the chat. Already seeing going both ways at the moment. There's only one way to find out who wins this game, and it's to get it out to the matchup. We appreciate you tuning into the NBL Live pregame show, but it's game time here on NBL Live. Coming up next, 2 teams looking to get back to 500 and right the ship for a final playoff push. It's an AFC South battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Jake Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network.
And you're watching the MBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks. Who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is
touchdown.
dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker
Look at
ability,
him
he
go.
finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another
Touchdown.
touchdown. And we are live. NBL Live broadcast number 193 is here at twitch.tv/NBL Network and over on YouTube, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. If you're watching live on YouTube, come join us over on Twitch. We got the chat rolling right now. We got predictions coming in. You're blessed 00 saying Texans by 7, 24-17. MBM saying 21-17 Texans as well. Play going the other way, 27-14 Colts. Sonny, it looks split down the middle. These are 2 teams you know very well playing in the AFC South. What should we look from both these teams?
Well, I think what you're looking for both these teams, Indianapolis are going to be looking for the deep crosser. That's what they are known for. If they can get a running back to the outside, you'll see some of that. In Houston, I think in that case what you're looking for is you're looking for DeAndre Hopkins down the field, and they're going to be conservative. They like to run the ball, and I expect a lot of running on early downs.
Colts are going to get the ball first, and they're going to take this one up at the 25-yard line. That's where we get their first chance. Again, this Colts team owner IC3 has not been on NBL Live, so our first chance to see the young quarterback, no longer a rookie, second-year player, Emmanuel Garreau, first-round pick for the Houston Texans. Sonny, they really like what they have in this kid.
Yeah, they really like what they have here. Obviously, they weren't a big fan of what they had there earlier on when you're talking to Deshaun Watson. For whatever reason that may be, they did a lot of changeover in the offseason. Now we get to see the action.
Ken Dixon is injured, so starting at halfback is Howard Safarian-Jenkins, who gets only he gets nothing. He loses a yard on the play. Back to a 2nd and 11. The run game's gonna be big for this game, Sonny, because of the turnover struggles for both teams. Would you agree that whichever team can get that run game going first is really in a position to come away with a victory and get back to 500?
Well, it is, and Indy bails on the run game early often, but Houston will stick with it. One thing you'll notice from Houston, you'll start getting when one play in a formation works, you're going to get a lot of plays in that formation for confusion purposes. So look for a lot of 2 wide receiver sets, 2 tight end sets coming up.
Play action pass. Garreau, though, is going to go down. First sack of the day as Hargrave came free of the middle. Only a 4-man rush. And this offensive line of the Houston Texans is going to be tested today. We've already seen them on 2 plays. Couldn't get anything going in the run game. Lost 1. They dropped back to pass in the play action. And Garreau is flat on his back. And now a 3rd and long. And this could spell trouble for the Houston Texans.
Obviously, there's not a lot of plays here on 3rd and 19. If I'm Houston, I'm playing this one a lot more conservative. I'm not going to try to bomb it downfield. You do not want to throw the interception to Malik Hooker here.
Sub-0, 644. Who's the Texans quarterback? That's Emilio Garreau, second-year player. They set up quick wide receiver screen to DeAndre Hopkins. Nothing doing there, only 4 yards on the play. But, Sonny, you gotta love the play call there, because a lot of teams you see on NBL Live, the bright lights come out, they want to sling it down the field and convert that 3rd and 19. Instead, they're going to trust their defense and punt the ball away, play a little field position.
I'm okay with that play call here. This is going to be a game where the guy who doesn't turn the ball over ends up winning. So I'm not trying to push the ball downfield in that situation.
Good kick coverage there. Now we can see this Indy offense come out on the field for the first time today. We've seen this Indianapolis Colts team once already on NBL Live, and now this one has ramped up all the pressure. They're sitting there at 3-4. This is a team that owner Tout, I know, teeters on thinking this team can be really good, especially with Josh Dobbs at the helm. He loves what he has in that quarterback. Dobbs has just struggled to stay healthy. He is in the game, and it's an I formation for the Indianapolis Colts. Dobbs under center. Olsen going in motion from the left side to the right. Stamer in at halfback, and Stamer's going to get the carry on first down on the right side. He's got some room, trying to make a man miss. Could not do it. Agnew with a good open field tackle, but he'll get 7 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3.
The rookie Stamer getting drafted in the 1st round this year. He's had a good rookie season. Not spectacular, but he's been good at times. Getting a little too shifty there. I think if he could have made a move to the outside, he's gone. Instead, he tries to juke the guy. Not happening.
83 carries, 4.6 yards per carry for Max Stamer, the rookie 16th overall pick, as he'll get a carry again on 2nd down as he stays on his feet, but only going to get a yard on the play. Stamer, certainly a quick back, 91 speed, 86 acceleration, Sonny. I think he's just a young player who's trying to figure out where he fits in. You see a tendency to bounce it outside. That was a run. If he stays inside, he could have gotten the 1st down.
So we talked about it. He overthinks things at times, and that's what I'm a little bit worried about. And now you've put Indy in a position here where it could be run, could be passed, but watch Josh Dobbs. They do have the ability to throw it here with this guy.
And now 3rd and 2 for Dobbs and the Colts. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right. Max Stamer in at halfback to the right of Dobbs. A man coming in motion, and it's going to be Dobbs dropping back to pass, and he'll toss it underneath, and it is complete to the 42-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the play. They brought the blitz on 3rd down. Bankston with the catch, 5 yards on the play. Sonny had to think that was coming. You saw the man coming in motion, a very common drive play right there, and it was an easy pitch and catch underneath.
Texans got to be smarter there. They got to play underneath. Obviously, when you see that guy come across, you can just basically go check that guy at the line of scrimmage and make sure he doesn't get off.
1st and 10. This is a play-action pass. Josh Dobbs throws it to the right side, and he completes it to the tight end, Olsen. Old Greg coming up with a catch, coming over to Indy in the offseason. He still feels like he's got something in the tank. I think his speed is down somewhere around 4, but he comes up with a big catch there and gets a 1st down for the Colts.
And Indy's the home of wayward veterans. They'll sign old guys, washed up guys, and try to get a year out of them. Not sure it's the greatest strategy in the world, but it works for Tout.
I will say 77 speed, 79. That is slightly higher than 4, but not a whole lot higher. Moncrief split out to the left. Bankston split out to the right. Olsen now on the right side of that formation. And on 1st and 10, it's going to be a quick pass over to the left side. It's complete. Breaks a tackle. And Dante Moncrief. No safety help over the top. The missed tackle. And it's a touchdown for the Colts. A little skinny post action. One man misses, and Moncrief gone to the end zone. Touchdown Colts.
And at this point, I'm not a fan of Houston's defense. They're running a lot of all-out blitzes, cover 0 blitzes with no help over top. You're putting these guys in one-on-one situations, especially when they give up inside leverage like that. That's a problem. If you're Houston, you've got to leave guys over the top. Otherwise, Josh Dobbs can make the easy throws, and one-on-one plays, that's an easy throw.
7-0 your score, folks. And again, we appreciate each and every one of you out there supporting the NBL Network as a subscriber and those bits. I've seen a couple guys cheering with some of those bits. Again, remember, if you are a sub, you're going to be entered into all of our NBL giveaways. We're going to be giving away another one of those NBL gift packs coming up at our Super Bowl here in Season 30. We'll give away another one of those gift packs. It is... our first one's still getting put together. We're getting new merchandise in as the day goes on. It's going to have one of those custom controllers, and they're valued at over $150, so don't miss out on that one. Hit that subscribe button so you know when we go live, and you can be a part of all the giveaways here on the NBL Network. As Indy didn't like something they saw, they took a timeout. The Houston Texans coming out here down 7-0, Sonny. How important is a response here to settle down your young quarterback, Garreau?
I'm not too worried about it. You just got to take advantage. You're going to get some man coverage here, make the easy throws, and then work underneath the rest of the way.
1st and 10 for the the Houston Texans. Not the Indianapolis Texans. That would be a much easier game. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Emilio Guerrero as he drops back to pass. And once again, free rusher up the middle. This time, Lewis Harris getting in the backfield. 7-yard loss on the play. Sonny, both of the sacks coming off of 4-man rushes. They're just moving their guys around as to which guy's rushing. And it seems like the offensive line of the Texans is completely confused as to their assignments.
You got to slow down this pass rush. We got to get some fake hikes going here. Get them off sides.
Now 2nd and 17 for Guerrero and the Texans. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers once again. Safarian Jenkins in the backfield. And on 2nd and 17, it's a play-action pass. Oh, and he's looking for the bomb down the right side. Has a man. It's 4. He's wide open. And big plays respond to big plays. Will Fuller to the house. A huge response from Emilio Guerrero and the Houston Texans offense. Take that one all the way. Touchdown Texans. And we got a tie ball game here in this AFC South battle.
And, you know, it's funny. People always say double moves don't work in Madden. Well, guys, guess what? A double move just burned them there. You just need to have super speed. Will Fuller with the big touchdown there. Impressive comeback, impressive throw there for the Houston Texans.
And Muriel Guerrero showing off why they drafted him last season. The 2nd-year player putting a dot into Will Fuller's hands. 7-7 your score. Sonny, we've seen both these defenses pretty aggressive, pressing up and making the receivers beat them. And so far, the receivers have said, yeah, okay, we can do that.
Okay, so we talked about last drive. Houston needs to play off. Indy gets very anxious and tries to take shots eventually. Just play off. Wait for your chance to pick them off. That deep crosser will come eventually. It'll be a bad throw. Just play off. Wait for it.
And on 1st and 10, play action pass. Dobbs rolling out to the left side. Has a man. It is complete. All the way down to the 46-yard line. Dobbs 4 of 4, 84 yards to start this game. And that rollout, those boot and slide plays, it's a staple of this Colts offense. And the Houston Texans, being in their division, they got to know what's coming when they see Josh Dobbs rolling out to the right side.
Yeah, what kind of route was that? What kind of route was that?
A little deep crosser.
Oh,
I believe
go figure. Go figure.
Sonny Weaver, our resident genius here. Little Nostradamus right there is the third of the outside. Josh Dobbs had the man, and if he puts it on target, he has probably a pretty long run, possibly a touchdown. Instead, Dobbs, a little too much mustard on that one. Throws that one into the sidelines. Going to bring him 2nd and 10.
Josh Dobbs has got to calm down in the pocket. That was a clean pocket for Dobbs. You're not going to get much cleaner than that in NBL, so calm down. Oh, 3 stack to the left. Watch a crosser here.
Yep, 2nd and 10. Stamer at halfback, and he is going to get the carry over the left side, blocking good on the outside, runs into his own blocker, but he's still going to get a 1st down to the 44-yard line. That's what the Colts love about this guy. It's why they drafted him, Sonny. When he gets into space, that's when he can get really dangerous. It's just a matter of if the Colts have the blocking up front to get Max Stamer out into open space.
Yeah, that was great run blocking there, and I think Stamer's got to have a little better vision, but nonetheless, great play.
Josh Dobbs under center here on 1st and 10. And give it to Stamer once again. Following his blocker, he'll get the 1st down. Back-to-back, really nice runs. 12 yards on the play. And Max Stamer, 4 carries, 31 yards. Stuffed a couple times early. Josh Dobbs opens up the running game by throwing it. And Max Stamer, he's looking good out there. This offensive line really handling a very talented Houston Texans D-line.
Well, Stamer would look even better if he quit running into his own guys. So far, he's had some great holes, but he gets a little too excited, runs up the back of his blockers. He needs to slow down a little bit.
The Houston Texans shifting their defensive line over to the right side. Max Stamer in the backfield once again to the left of Dobbs in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left. Moncrief alone to the right side. Watch for Bankston on the left as he is moving in motion here. 5 seconds of the play clock. He gets the snap, and he's going to find Bankston underneath. And so far, the Colts... this is not a deceptive offense, Sonny. It's very obvious what they're doing. They're bringing these receivers in motion, running drag routes underneath, and then they're running a lot of those inside zones, outside zone runs from the shotgun, and it's really nothing deceptive for the Houston Texans defense to figure out.
Nope, not at all. They're doing exactly what you'd think they would do. Got to play them tough.
And there it is. The Stamer going in motion. They throw to him. Juke move.
Wow.
Max Stamer in the open field makes a man look silly and gets 17 yards on the play. 1st and goal for the Colts. If you were looking for some sort of deceptive offense with complicated plays, nope. The Colts are showing their hand. The Texans just aren't manning up and stopping it.
I would almost consider a base formation at this point because you know they're going to be working within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Maybe base defense the rest of this game until they prove they can beat it.
See if they can get this play off before the game clock runs out. 1 second left, and they will not. 7-7 your score. Colts knocking on the door. This could be a problem, though, for the Houston Texans. There was a huge play to tie the game up, but so far the Colts are really moving the ball at will, Sonny, and the Texans defense, even though there's nothing really deceptive going on, they seem confused by what the Colts are doing.
I don't know if it's confused or they're just trying to run their game plan, but you got to adapt. You got to play to what the offense is showing you. And right now what they're showing you is they're going to work within yards of the scrimmage.
And then the minute that they pressed up and showed no deep safety is when they hit that little post route, and Moncrief found the end zone. Now 1st and goal for the Indianapolis Colts. And they're going to flip the play, put 2 tight ends over on the left side of that formation, put Moncrief alone on the right side, Max Tamer at the top of the eye, Josh Dobbs under center. And he's bringing a tight end motion from the left to the right, and on 1st and goal, it's going to be a handoff to Stamer, and Stamer stays up the middle. He'll get 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Stamer not really known for being a power back up the middle. They were looking for some sort of blocking up front. Nice job by the Houston Texans defense, though, to collapse and force a 2nd and goal.
I'm not sure what's going on here with Stamer. You know, you get him to the outside, working in between the tackles. Not really what I would do with him.
2nd and goal for the Indianapolis Colts. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Stamer in the backfield. Moncrief split out to the left side. Blackson coming in motion to the right side, and they're going to run the PAFK quick on the goal line, and it is picked off. Houston with the pick, and Thomas, he's broken a tackle. He's going to try to take this out. He's to the 10, to the 15, and a big tackle from behind. Earl Thomas trying to make a play, and a big stop for the Texans defense. They try to get cute and run that PAFK quick on the goal line. Sonny, a real tough play to run with no room, and the Houston Texans get a huge turnover as they come back out on offense.
What's surprising there is I thought they were going to run the reverse. Instead, they run the PAFK quick. Not the right play there. You can't throw it across the middle into coverage.
Little counterplay down for Safarian Jenkins as he just gets caught on that counterplay. He'll get up to the 21-yard line, give him 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Earl Thomas coming in, a huge turnover for the Houston Texans to force, because the Colts offense suddenly looked unstoppable early in this game.
Hey, Bomber, don't be giving away all my secrets. You know, we know it's my play on the goal line. We don't have to be throwing that out there. Come on.
He's just letting everyone know. Howard Safarian Jenkins gets the carry. On 2nd down, he'll get the 1st down up to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play. Safarian Jenkins, Sonny, was a guy we saw have some success earlier in his career. He's sort of fallen out of favor, but with the injury up top, Safarian Jenkins is getting some carries, and he's showing off why he can be a very serviceable back.
He fell out of favor with new ownership, but he's finding life here as he's getting some chance to carry the ball.
Toss underneath to Miller, and he's got the 1st down. He breaks a tackle. They'll get up to the 43-yard line. Big shout-out to Gup for the sub. That's fun to say. It's just fun. Rhyming's fun, folks. Hashtag rhyming is fun. Hashtag OSU is a nerd. 1st down for the Houston Texans.
I like Braxton Miller. He doesn't get used enough in this offense, but he's a little bigger wide receiver. Used to play quarterback, knows the routes. His run after the catch ability is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's certainly a speedy wide receiver. 3 wide receivers over to the right side. 1 over to left. Fedorowicz going in motion from right to the left side. Howard Safarian Jenkins in at halfback to the left of Emmanuel Garreau in the shotgun. And it's going to be a little draw play for Jenkins, trying to run right up the middle. Look at him fight for the extra yards to get to the 48-yard line. Oh, it looked like they had a good stop. The defensive tackle able to wrap up Safarian Jenkins, but he keeps the legs moving and gets 5 yards on the play. What a nice run by Safarian Jenkins.
Way to churn your legs there. It looked like it was going to be a gain of nothing on the play. Ends up getting 5. That's an impressive run there.
Now a 2nd and 5 shotgun formation for Garreau, and the aggressive gets him off. It's a free play. That's not quite what they were hoping to do on that free play. They'll cut it to a 2nd and short. Boy, you'd like to see him take a shot over the top once they got the jump, but nothing really doing there. Lucky that didn't turn into any sort of injury, because he took a big hit in the backfield.
I know you're supposed to take a shot downfield when you catch someone off sides like that, but actually the screen was set up really well.
I would wide
like
open.
to see him throw that.
Well, now they got a 2nd and inches. Shotgun formation for Garreau. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 over to the left side. And Safarian Jenkins in the backfield to the left of Emmanuel Garreau. 3:51 to go in the first half. 7-7 your score. Houston, a huge interception back at the 3-yard line. And able to force no points from the Indianapolis Colts, who looked unstoppable early and on 2nd and inches. They're going to throw it over the middle for Braxton Miller. That one absolutely should have been intercepted. And I was surprised to see that, Sonny, because he hot routed the wide receiver over on the left side. I believe that was DeAndre Hopkins to an out route. It was pressed up coverage, and Hopkins was open. They didn't throw it there.
I think that was fool's gold out there. He pressed up, and it looked like he was open, but he was playing underneath a little bit. That's a dangerous throw, because if you're late, it's going to be a pick six. I've thrown plenty of them. I know all about it.
Yeah, instead he threw it over the middle. As a great hot route there for Hopkins. Look at him make a man miss. He's up to the 20, to the 10. DeAndre Hopkins, have yourself a day. Oh, what a beautiful hot route on that one. They called the slip screen as a decoy. For the slant route from DeAndre Hopkins, who took it, makes a man miss, and puts the Houston Texans up here at home. The crowd's going crazy. A huge play from DeAndre Hopkins, one of our players to watch, Sonny, and he's having himself a day.
Look at his play after the catch. He makes a move against the grain, then cuts back across. Not a guy known for his run after the catch ability, especially here the last season or two. But that was an impressive run after catch there, and all DeAndre Hopkins on that play.
He is still incredibly shifty, incredibly hard to bring down, and when you're in man coverage, you've got to make sure you wrap him up, and so far DeAndre Hopkins is absolutely exploiting the Colts and their man defense, and now Indianapolis going to have to respond. They haven't had trouble moving the ball so far today, but a big turnover. Josh Dobbs throwing that pick over the middle, a little too cute on the play call there from the Indianapolis Colts. Forced him to get no points in the last drive. Now Dobbs under center, 3 wide receivers, and on 1st and 10, it's going to be a handoff to Max Tamer, trying to run that counter play, but Houston defensive line was able to get into the backfield early, bring him down for a 1-yard loss. Now the Colts going to try to hurry this one up. And it's Josh Dobbs under center once again with those 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 over the right, man coming in motion. Tight to the formation, Dobbs dropping back to pass, and he'll look to the flat, and it's caught. And that one was probably a throw that didn't need to be made, as he gets a yard on the play, and his lucky 95-year-old Greg Olsen didn't bring a hip or something.
That was a dangerous throw there. He got read well, and I thought it was going to be a pick six. Luckily, Olsen gets his body in front of the defender and able to bring that one down, but not a good read there by Dobbs.
Now 14-7 your score. Houston on top, 3:03 and counting to go in the first half. And Josh Dobbs in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Stamer in the backfield as Houston's trying to get this crowd going, showing blitz from the left side. It is a corner blitz. They're going to set up a screen underneath. Max Tamer just didn't really want it. That's unfortunate because they had some blocking out there, but Max Tamer just said, you know what, guys? I don't got this.
Got to look the ball into your hands. Stamer looking upfield before he catches it, instead takes off, but he doesn't have the ball with him, and that is a problem.
That one muffed and bounced directly back into the hands of Sally. Gotta love that one. As he'll get up to the 25-yard line, 2:42 to go, and a big opportunity here for Houston. Sonny, this team, the Colts really had the momentum and looked like the better team early, but DeAndre Hopkins is showing why he's one of the top wide receivers in the NBL, and Emmanuel Goro not getting enough credit for putting the ball on the money.
It's been a good job so far by Houston. I'd like to see a little more work out of the running game here in this drive to see if you can't kill this clock a little bit.
1st and 10 for Fedora. It's coming in motion from the right over to the left, and it's going to be Safarian Jenkins right up the middle. Not a whole lot there, only 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8.
And that's what I'm talking about. You got to commit to the running game here, and you're going to start kind of lulling this Indy to sleep, and then you can take another shot to Hopkins, but you slowly got to do it here coming through the next drive or two.
Now 2nd and 8 for the Houston Texans. Already up 14-7 off a huge play from DeAndre Hopkins. He is having himself a day. As he caught the first touchdown, Will Fuller went to the house he got the second touchdown. Will Fuller on the first one. And Emmanuel Goro is spreading the ball around. Let's see if Hopkins can get free again, or if maybe somebody else can get in the action. 2nd down. Goro flew that one. It seemed like, I'll see what the play. Yeah, absolutely. That skinny post from DeAndre Hopkins was all sorts of to the end zone. And it looked like Emmanuel Goro just got a little too nervous about the pass rush coming, and then threw a bad throw and forced a 3rd and 8.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to say it was all sorts of touchdown there, because Malik Hooker was hanging out there. I'm telling you right now, even when things look open, even when things look open, they're not that open.
Goro play action pass. He's going to throw an out route to the left side, and that one was open, and DeAndre Hopkins converts the 1st down. 2:05 to go, nearing that 2-minute warning. This Houston offense, they're making Indianapolis defense work here. Let's see if the Houstons can put another touchdown on. How big is it for the Colts just to get a stop, get a little momentum back on their side?
Well, it'd be huge because this Colts team's notorious for melting down in the second half, and I expect another meltdown here if they go into half down 14 points. There's going to be a lot of interceptions thrown here in the second half by Indianapolis if they can't stop them on this drive.
Definitely a team that begins to press when they are losing in the second half. So a big moment here for the Indianapolis Colts defense. Hopkins coming in motion. 1st and 10. He's just going to toss this underneath to Hopkins, giving the Colts a little taste of their own medicine with that drive concept. Hopkins wide open in the man coverage, and it is a first down once again as Gareau is having a great game so far. Hopkins, 4 catches, 82 yards, and they're already on the other side of midfield at the 42-yard line.
You know, I'm really impressed with DeAndre Hopkins in this game. I know I shouldn't be. I talked about it in pregame. He is one of the premier wide receivers, but it's his ability after the catch this game that's really stood out to me. I did not think he was capable of this, but he's changing the game with it right now.
3 wide receivers out there, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right. Fedorowicz, the tight end, also in on the slot, and it's going to be a quick pass underneath to Will Fuller, and Will Fuller is absolutely dead. And if he's not, he is Jesus, because he got obliterated over the middle, and he's looking back at Emil Gareau going, man, what did I do to you? I caught a touchdown for you. Why do you hate me so much?
What did you just call him? Either he's dead or he's Jesus?
Jesus, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
can't
that's a new one. Never heard that one.
Yeah, that one sounded like a car crash in the middle. And Will Fuller's fine. Check him for CTE after the game. I don't know if you can do that, but are they going to put that in Madden? I don't think the NFL would be too happy with that one.
I don't think their licensing is going to allow that.
2nd and 10 for the Houston Texans. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. For Emilio Gareau, Safarian Jenkins in the backfield. Minute 28 to go. Play clock down at 7 seconds. And it's going to be Gareau dropping back to pass. It's a quick blitz. Oh, what a bad play as DeAndre Hopkins. He guessed run up the middle, and that was a horrible call as D-Hop wide open. Touchdown, Texans. The easiest touchdown Emilio Gareau will throw, and the Houston Texans extend it to a 2-score lead. And what a bad time for the run commit, Sonny. Roughly how many times a day do you request somebody to, do you recommend at least somebody doing the run commit? Because never see it going well.
I'm not sure it ever really works out all that well. You get caught guessing, and next thing you know, that.
Well, it was really cool to see all 11 guys storm the middle, and DeAndre Hopkins just sort of walk to the outside as the Indianapolis Colts. Well, they have an opportunity here, minute 19 to go. They have 2 timeouts, an opportunity to put some points on the board, but they have not looked good offensively the last 2 drives.
No, not at all. And right now, this is where you get really scared if you're a Colts fan, because right now, this is where you get the press.
I really hate Mark in the chat saying I called the 52-2 Texans wins. Overestimated tout a little bit. Mark, you're the only one. 1st and 10 for the Indianapolis Colts. Shotgun formation for Josh Dobbs. 3 wide receivers out there. So he drops back to pass on 1st and 10. And he is running away and throws a pick. And that one beautifully jumped. And let's make things bad to worse. Touchdown, Texans. They find some points on the defensive side of the ball, and the Texans have blown this bad boy open with 2 touchdowns in 8 seconds. A huge pick thrown by Josh Dobbs, and a horrible decision rolling out and trying to find that guy. It was not open, Sonny. That was one of those ones you were talking about. It wasn't Malik Hooker. It was the Houston Texans getting the score, but it wasn't open.
It's almost like I've played this Colts team before, and I know how they're going to react to bad things, and, well, there you go.
Right there. There it is. So, let's just...
there it is, right?
Yeah, indeed. Shout out to the 90s. I miss the 90s. I guess let's just reset it. Minute 11 to go. They have 2 timeouts. A big opportunity to put some points on the board, Sonny. Now even more critical.
Watch for another interception here.
It is not out of the realm of possibility. 1st and 10 for the Indianapolis Colts. 3 wide receivers. To the right, 1 over to the left. Max Tamer in at halfback. To the left of Josh Dobbs. He drops back to pass. The rush is coming. Jadeveon Clowney it greets Josh Dobbs very nicely in the backfield and brings him down for an 8-yard loss. The Texans can do no wrong right now. It wasn't a bad play call. Just waiting for that play to develop a little too long. Colts are in trouble, Sonny. I love you notice. They're in trouble.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
Any good movie? Listen, we got 55 seconds and counting to go. We'll get to the movie talk, because trust me, we'll have plenty of time. as it looks like it's going to be shotgun formation for Josh Dobbs and the Colts. He drops back to pass here on 2nd and 18. Almost got sacked again. He rolls to the left side and tosses it underneath to Greg Olsen, who I assume tore 4 ligaments doing that juke move to cut it back inside, but he gets up to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 5. Colts not really that interested in calling timeout.
I wouldn't be either. I think your best bet right now, if you're the Colts, is to just punt this one right here on 3rd down.
33 seconds to go for the Indianapolis Colts. It is Josh Dobbs coming out in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 3 over to the right side, 1 over to the left. Max Damer in the halfback to the left of Dobbs. He's going to drop back to pass, 4-man rush from the Texans. He's looking, and he completes it over on the left side of the 47-yard line. They'll take their second timeout. Nice throw there from Josh Dobbs over the middle on the post route. Dante Moncrief, his second catch of the day. It doesn't go to the house, but it's important because the Colts not too far out from field goal range.
Yeah, just slightly. You got to be careful here. You know, you've got the sideline. You've got time to use it. So go ahead and use it. Save your timeout.
And Dobbs dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. Has a man. It is complete over the middle to the 36-yard line. 12 seconds and counting. And it looks like the Colts are just content to let this run down and take a field goal attempt here with 7 seconds to go. Waiting for that timeout. They call it. There we go. There it is. I really hope there are no problems on the snap. The halftime entertainment, on ice that says it's going to be OSU eating Taco. That would be great. OSU eating Taco Bell. I know it wouldn't be interesting for you guys, but OSU would be a big fan of that halftime entertainment.
Are you talking about the Kyle dancing thing?
No. Me eating Taco Bell.
Oh, because they're saying some stuff in chat about what the halftime show is, and I'm not sure I'm really.
Nope, that's not happening. It's not happening. We've already seen more of Kyle than we needed to today as the kick is up and good. 28-10 your score. Colts are going to get the ball to start the second half. A little help. What's the order OSU from Taco Bell? It's always a cheesy gordita crunch and something else. I've been a big fan of those nacho fries, though. I'm not going to lie. Taco Bell's killed it, although I went there the other day. They were out, so that made me sad inside. But 28-10 your score. Sonny, do the Colts really have a chance in this game, or is this one blouses, as they would say?
Well, so you get the Colts, they get the ball back. They're down 3 scores, but, crazier things have happened here in NBL Live, so we're not going to give up yet.
Max Damer, nice run there over the left side up to the 40-yard line. Boy, I'm impressed with Max Damer, Sonny. We don't talk about running backs drafted early in the draft too much because it's tough to find those gems, and using a first-round pick, we've seen so many second- and third-round running backs be successful, but Max Damer looks really good out there.
They do look good, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to throw to win this one because you're going to see a lot of 46 defense here from this Texans defense, and not great to run against.
Man coming in motion from the right side over to the left. They're going to stretch run to the outside. Max Damer's got some room. Great blocking. He's got the first down and more up to the 47-yard line. First down on the play for the Indianapolis Colts as Damer up over 75 yards on the day. If there's one bright spot, Josh Dobbs thrown 2 interceptions, but Max Damer has kept it very stable. They've got another first down, and they've crossed midfield.
So as I was saying before, let's get out of that 46 defense, Houston. You're going to let them just keep running to the outside like that.
They love it, and they're showing man blitz here. No help over the top. And Max Damer's going to get the carry. Boy, that direct left turn is never one you want to see. You'd like to see a more gradual one. He took the straight left turn when he saw the pressure coming, and he lost a yard on the play. J.J. Watt, first tackle on the day. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11.
J.J. Watt's been relatively silent here. A little surprised here, I guess, in his advanced age. Is old J.J. Watt slowing down?
I don't know if he's really needed to do anything. It's 28-10. Houston on top. Dobbs in the shotgun now. 2 wide receivers over to the left side, tight end. That's Greg Olsen in the slot on the right side. And just keep riding Max Damer as he takes the draw play up the middle. He'll only get 2 on the play. And now Josh Dobbs going to be forced to throw this one, Sonny. You can't run it on 3rd and 9. You got to effectively pass the ball. It's just going to be a question if Josh Dobbs can keep it in his own player's hands.
And you keep it out of Josh Dobbs' hands right now if you're Indianapolis. 3rd and 9, I think you still try running it.
It certainly would be probably safer at the moment. They come out 4 wide receivers. Damer taking a breather. 2 to the left, 2 over to the right. That's Greg Olsen in the slot on the right side. And on 3rd and 9, Dobbs dropping back, looking deep over the middle of the field. And what a catch. What a throw at the 14-yard line. Boy, that's one of those ones where you expect to see the safety come down and make a play. The safety did not. And Dobbs was able to complete this at the 14-yard line to Bryant. And it's a first down for the Indianapolis Colts. They finally get back to the red zone.
That's one of those situations where Earl Thomas slowing down a little bit as he gets older, and Des Bryant using his body to shield the catch was big for that play.
Now Dobbs under center, 3 wide receivers, 2 over the left, 1 to the right. Stamer back into the game. It's going to be Dobbs dropping back to pass. He had a couple of receivers, but he's going to take off.
What was that? What was that play? What?
I got nothing. It's over here on NBL Live. We appreciate you tuning in. Boy, he touted it. He touted it real good.
So about those movies.
No, we can't let that go. That was almost as bad. Well, I don't know. Which one's worse, that one or Timbo's?
Oh, I think
Timbo's
been in the red
was
zone
worse.
twice.
I think Timbo's was worse only because Timbo was wide open and he was just walking in the end zone and hit it. As everybody trying to tag Timbo in chat. Woo, that was like a bad one.
He lateraled that. It was an option play.
Woo, that was bad. Folks, you don't see that one too often. As another turnover in the red zone, Houston gets the ball back, 28-10 your score, and they look well on their way to victory. I assume at this point, Tout has just put the controller down, and a child off the streets is playing for him. 2nd and 9. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Emilio Garreau back onto the field. He's having a great game. Hopkins coming in motion, 2nd and 9. Garreau looking over the middle of the field, and Will Fuller with another big catch at the 44-yard line. Garreau, 9 of 12, 263, and 3 touchdowns. This guy's the real deal, folks. It helps, though, when the Indianapolis Colts run commit. That helped.
I mean,
Fine, to answer your question, no, I have not seen any good movies recently. Okay. You happy? You happy? Have you seen good movies?
Oh, I don't know. Did I say I saw Game Night? Game Night was good.
That's a face mask and a swinging neck breaker. As I'll give him 15 yards on the play up to the 39-yard line. Give him another first down. How was Game Night? I saw the previews and I thought I'd love it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be kind of one of those movies where all the previews are the best, and it's really not. It's got some twists in it, and highly recommend it. I'll give it 3 Bic razors for bold Sonny Weaver.
Sure.
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 on the Bic razor scale. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers out there for the Houston Texans. Nice that saying Todd has aggressive everything on after that. I really hate Merrick Saw. Annihilation was great. I've heard Annihilation is very good. 1st and 10. Handoff to Safarian Jenkins over the left side. He'll get up to the 36-yard line. Reminder, folks, big shout-out to our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They also sponsor our pregame show here on NBL Live. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done, hit up All Business. Mention NBL sent you. He'll give you 15% off on any of your graphics needs. Web3KS.com, they're the leaders in affordable graphic design, and big shout out to those guys for all their help. Now, 2nd and 7 for the Houston Texans. They're already on the 36-yard line. Hopkins coming in motion on 2nd down. It's a play-action pass, and they finally get back in the backfield. Colts got a couple sacks early. As we find out, Will Fuller went down with a dislocated elbow. He could be out for a couple weeks, Sonny, and Fuller's looked real good in this game for the Texans.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because I think that's a big loss to this offense. He's the yin to DeAndre Hopkins yang, and he provides that speed over top. We saw it early in this game, so that one is going to be tough. In a blowout, you never like to lose guys, and that one's going to hurt.
Pass over the middle. Oh, there's a pick! It was finally a mistake from Emilio Garreau, and Sonny, look who it is. Look who's dancing over there for the Indianapolis Colts. A big jump by Malik Hooker, able to pick that one off and get the first turnover of the day for this Colts defense.
What did I tell you? When Malik Hooker looks to be off the ball, he can make that up so quickly. He is scary to watch.
Man coming in motion on 1st and 10, and they're, of course, going to throw the screen to the outside. The Texans, though, weren't ready for it, and he's got some room. He's up to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 15, and he'll be taken down to the 12-yard line. A huge play for the Indianapolis Colts, Sonny, but they're now in the red zone where the Indianapolis Colts have done nothing today but make turnovers.
Well, this may be a good plan. They let them intentionally get into the red zone because Houston's defense in the red zone much better than Indianapolis offense in the red zone.
2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 4 Josh Dobbs under center. He's got Max Tamer in the backfield. Tamer's going to get the carry on 1st down. He tries to cut outside, but did a great job of running in to his own receiver. I believe that was Moncrief blocking on the inside. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Indianapolis Colts.
Back to Annihilation. I also saw that movie. Very good movie.
And so let me ask you, how many, average year, how many movies have you seen? Do you usually see in theaters?
Oh, go to the theater?
Yeah.
Maybe 15, 20.
Okay. As Dobbs looks underneath, it's complete to Max Stamer at the 5-yard line. And Stamer is down. Stamer clutching that shoulder. He took a big hit over the middle. That could be a huge injury for the Colts. As he's now clutching both his shoulder and his head. I don't really know what part is injured. But have you heard of Movie Pass?
Well, we have something similar to that with AMC theaters.
Yeah.
It's like a frequent movie thing, and we get free tickets and popcorn and all that stuff. Okay. It's very
I was gonna get movie pass for my wife and I. We don't have we have one AMC here, but it's $99 a year. You get a movie a day, and it works with most movie theaters. As the Colts are going to take the field goal here, 57 seconds to go. Looking to cut this back to a 2-possession game. Cut it back to a 15-point game. Ball is down. The kick is up. It is good. It must be a victory for the Colts because they didn't turn the ball over. As it is indeed a shoulder tear, and Max Damer's going to be out for a couple games with that one. Shoulder tears sweeping the NBL nation.
Not good. Not good for Max Stamer. Not good for this Colts offense that finally showed some life. And now we're wondering what's left here. As third quarter's getting late here, and now Indianapolis got to make up a 15-point deficit.
But yeah, I think my wife and I are sort of in the same boat. Probably 20 movies a year, and I'm sitting there thinking $99. A movie ticket's $10. You got to see 10 movies to make that worth it. And I think with the movie pass, with the ability to see one every day, you might go see some a couple times because if you like it, you don't want to pay for another movie ticket. It's just an interesting deal. I saw it. My buddy has it and loves it. I just think it's interesting. We talk about movies all the time. I was curious how many you see in theaters. Is Safarian Jenkins making them look silly. Oh, no. Howard Safarian Jenkins with one of the runs of the season. What a move. Touchdown, Texans. The little glimmer of hope, the little light at the end of the tunnel. Turns out that was actually a train, and it was Howard Safarian Jenkins to the house.
Shout out to Fella Blitz, who right before that play said, "Come on, tout. I still believe."
Don't believe in him. Not a good plan. Not a bold plan. Sometimes that light at the end of the tunnel, it's just a train. And the Houston Texans have re-blown this one open, I guess. That was a nice light kick right there.
So yeah, that movie pass, does it work for AMC?
Yep. Yeah,
oh, I definitely
90% of movie theaters. They're like, it's not going to work for the mom and Steve's movie theater in the middle of town that has 2 screens, but you can search online the movie theaters it works at, and it's 90%. AMC has a partnership with them. Up here we have MJRs that have partnership with them, and it's it's $99 a year, and you get one movie a day. It doesn't roll over. You don't get it's not 365 movies. As a nice pass over the middle. Josh Dobbs finding Greg Olsen, who's pumped. That 38-year-old man is pumped. As they're going to try to hurry. Tout still believes in Tout. Olsen's 4th catch on the day. Shotgun formation for Josh Dobbs. Oh, boy, that was bad on all parts. Boy, the Houston Texans look silly on that one as Dante Moncrief to the end zone. Touchdown. If you're looking for some solid defensive play here in the NBL, it's not what you're looking for here. It has been rough at times for both teams. Jay was talking about it. Yeah, you pick your movie online. It loads up like a prepaid card. And you pay for it when you get there. My buddy has it, loves it. It doesn't roll over, so it's not like you get 365 movies. It's just one a day. But I sort of went, I see enough movies. It's probably worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I could go see 2 movies every weekend. I mean,
yeah,
depending on the weekend.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by him. I'll try to get that sponsorship. But if you
should. Maybe we should reach out to him. Movie Pass, if you are watching, we will sponsor you. Or excuse me, you can sponsor us.
No, don't. We're not going to sponsor you. Hold on. Time out. Back it up. Don't cut out that sound clip. We don't have the money to do it unless we hit a lot more subscribers. We need Ninja style subs right there. As shout out to Ninja for what he's doing with Fortnite. As that was some quality stream right there. That was tasty. Draco is, I assume, pulling his hair out in the chat. Stop zero-man blitzing. Somebody call that man. It's so unnecessary right now for the Texans. There's no need. We've seen how much Dobbs has struggled against the zone. You don't need to run cover 0. Just throw out some zones. Mix in some man plays. You're up a bunch, but the Texans get the ball back. Howard Safarian-Jenkins shakes off one tackle, but he's going to go down at the 22-yard line. 10 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. So, that was one of the best touchdown runs I have seen, just of what he was able to do in the second level.
It was impressive. I'm excited to watch. What are they going to do this time through? I'd give the ball back to him.
I mean, why not? There's no point in dragging this one out, as we should get to the end of the third quarter with this play. It is going to get there. 35-19 your score. Houston on top, Sonny, but it just feels like 35-19 doesn't really represent how much the Houston Texans have dominated this game.
Oh, this has been a Houston blowout from the start. At times here, Indianapolis has made it interesting with a couple big plays against zero blitzes. But other than that, really, this Indianapolis offense has been kind of inept, especially when you talk about the red zone, with two comical turnovers have really blown this game out.
Play action pass for Garreau. He'll find Safarian-Jenkins in the flat. Up to the 26-yard line, him 4 yards on the play. 10 of 14, 268, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. An interception, Sonny, it was a real nice play by Malik Hooker. Garreau has pretty much been on the money all day long, and it helps when he was able to get the easiest touchdown I've ever seen with that run commit.
Yeah, that run commit. The run commit, the defense on both sides of this game have been really questionable. I'm not sure either of these defensive coordinators are going to keep their job much longer if they keep playing like this.
Grid Chargers, Super Lenny 11 saying hashtag don't call it a comeback. And I can guarantee you I will not call it a comeback. I won't even call it a comeback because it's not happening. 3rd and 9 for the Houston Texans as Garreau dropping back to pass. Looks over to the left side, has a man. It is Meyer, who got lit up at the line, but is able to get the first down to the 36-yard line. Colts have not been able to get off the field on 3rd down, and that's one of those stats people don't look at a whole lot. But, Sonny, you have to be able to get off on 3rd down. It's not a stat people talk about too much. Colts haven't been able to do it.
3rd down defense has been terrible for the Indianapolis Colts, and really, since they haven't been able to get pressure in this second half, it's really affected their ability to really do anything here defensively.
Safarian-Jenkins up the middle, gets to the 36-yard line, so no gain on the play. A lot of people still saying it could happen. I mean, 35-19 your score right now. The Colts defense is going to have to show more than they have in the first 3 quarters, because I'll be honest, that third down defense, not a whole lot better than the first down defense or the second down defense. It's pretty much been a bad defensive game for the Colts. 2nd and 10 for Garreau. And they're just going to keep pounding the ball with Howard Safarian-Jenkins, not Austin. He'll get a couple up to the 38-yard line. Going to bring him another 3rd and 7, another opportunity for the Colts to get off the field.
Dangerous situation here for Houston. Don't force it. Don't be content with just punting the ball here, obviously, because there is a chance for them to come back. But, take your time. Don't make any crazy throws here.
Shotgun formation for Garreau. Hopkins out to the left side. 2 wide receivers over to the right. Braxton split out wide right. Safarian-Jenkins in the backfield on 3rd and 7. The Colts finally get a big 3rd down play as Calais Campbell getting the sack for the Indianapolis Colts, coming over from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts 4 sacks on the day. It's been the one bright spot for this defense. The Texans are going to be forced to punt it away. And Sonny, I'm not saying it's going to happen because we haven't seen a whole lot from this Colts team. But a touchdown here and suddenly you start talking maybe it could happen.
Yeah, and if you're Houston here, what you can't do is run another cover 0 blitz. Stay out of the cover 0 blitzes. There should never be less than 2 guys deep on every play.
Yeah, just keep everything in front of you. If Josh Dobbs and the Colts defense wants to dink and dunk their way down the field, they're going to use up too much clock, 3:51 to go. They're showing some pressure up the middle here in that double A gap. They got 3 wide receivers over to the right side, 1 over the left. Dobbs dropping back. The linebackers drop back. He's going to take a shot, and it took only 1 play. McKinney gets the interception, and he's going to run to the outside and be taken down at the 26-yard line. Anybody else want to say hashtag don't call it a comeback? I'm just wondering because Superlin is saying it ain't over yet. I'm going to say right now, blesses. Yep, Superlin with just the old ellipses. It's just one of those you post it and then old Josh Dobbs and the tout fence just gives it right back.
Hey, remember when I said the team that threw less interceptions was going to win this one?
Hey, what's our count in this game?
Figure. I believe Tout's thrown 2, Houston 1.
Try 3. 3. But
Tout's thrown 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was the red zone interception.
Here's the question. Does anybody is that lateral, was that a fumble? Or, I think it was more of an interception.
No, it can't be an interception. It's a fumble. He was in front of the line of scrimmage.
I get that. It could have been an illegal interception. I'm not saying it wasn't. Second and 11, 2 tight ends to the left side for the Houston Texans. They're going to toss it that way to Kareem Hunt. He'll lose another 2 on there. Excuse me, that's not Kareem Hunt. That's Bareem Hunt. I'll be honest. Backup running back. Didn't know who he was. He's come out and given a solid negative 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Oh, that's Barry Hunt. Yep. Barry Hunt.
Sure. 3rd and 12. You could have said anything.
I just did. I have no clue who that guy is.
Okay. Hunt. Well, with the carry over the left side, you could have said Bartholomew. I would have believed you. 4th and 6. Houston's going to get to kick a field goal here. They're going to get back to 500. First time on NBL Live, Emilio Guerrero and the Houston Texans didn't look nervous at all, Sonny.
No, the Texans came out and played well this game. Obviously, the deep pass was working. We saw that bomb to Will Fuller on the double move early in this game. And we saw, DeAndre Hopkins doing DeAndre Hopkins thing. I felt the offense here could struggle, but they showed me, and Texans looking like they're not too bad.
Big shout out to Hop gifting a tier 1 sub to Pricey. Pricey now on the subscribers list. By the way, it's Brian Hunt. I looked it up. It is Brian with a Y.
I was close.
Sure. 38-19 your score, Colts. Sonny, I would put the odds at coming back from Vegas. I would put the odds absolutely at minus 150 that the Colts throw another pick here.
Oh, I would not touch that with your money.
Okay, that's fair. 1st and 10, they hand it off to not Max Stamer. They hand it off to Hill over the right side. Stamer went down with that shoulder tear. Sonny, is this Colts team, are they destined for another top 10 pick this year? With Stamer going down, I don't like how this offense looks.
Yeah, this offense is horrible, and the fact Josh Dobbs is still the quarterback here is an issue, and I think this Colts team with their top 10 pick will be taking one of those quarterbacks, one of those 7 quarterbacks that we heard about. I think we're going to see that.
It will be certainly a very interesting draft, folks, because, again, we've got 7 quarterbacks scouted first-round talent or better. Could be quarterbacks galore. Here in season number 30, what do you think? We got 2 more seasons after this? We got 31, 32, maybe one more? We've been flying through these seasons, actually, this Madness. They run the little jet sweep there. Did run the PA. They ran the PAFK quick at the goal line. They ran the jet sweep there. That was the wrong order, folks. But, Sonny, what do you think? We probably got two more seasons this cycle, might be 3?
Yeah, I think we're looking at 2. We may take that break there for the Lake House at the end of the year.
Uh-oh.
NBL Lake House.
Oh, boy. It's how Friday the 13th gets started, folks. That's how it works.
When are we going to start that back up? We keep talking about it. We got to do that.
That's a good question. I think the last time we talked about it was the day I was flying out to Vegas, so I was asleep. But we should definitely do it. Friday the 13th. I'm interested to see if the servers have gotten at all competent. That's basically all I'm interested in. As the Colts just want to get out of here, I think, at this point. They're just running the ball here. Minute 55 to go. Kill the clock at this point. 38-19. Houston's going to get to 4-4, Sonny. You're in their division. What's the ceiling for this Houston Texans team? Are we looking at a team that can contend for a playoff spot, or is this a team maybe stuck in purgatory at that 7-9? What are we looking at from this Texans team?
I think this Texas team is a 6-win team. They do have the big winner of the Seahawks. It's not looking as big anymore, but they've shown some life in this season. And, I think they're getting better. And that's the big thing is they've got to get better. I think they've built a team they're proud of, and they'll continue to improve it. And so we'll see. We'll see what it holds. Maybe they can even catch up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, well, their losses this season, they start out a loss to the Cincinnati Bengals, other losses to the Jaguars, they lost to the Titans. Big 36 win over the 49ers that looked a little better early in the season. The 49ers down to 2-6. It's a big shout out to Dark Brawler in the chat. NBL Denver Broncos. Hopology gifting another sub. He is Santa Claus gifting the subs. Hop, throw me one. I'm just kidding. I'm already subbed. Please, just send the dollar amount in the mail. That'll do.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have subbed if I knew Hop was going to be out here giving subs out to everybody. I would have just asked for one.
If you're a Twitch member, you get one free sub every 30 days. And make sure you re-up that. If you do subscribe to the NBL Sporting Network, make sure you up that bad boy. Each month, because you get that free one every 30 days, or just ask Hop, because Hop will help you out. Hop is NBL Prime. That's what he is. He does not ship in 2 days, though. It doesn't.
So Hop said DB's not of age yet, so he's got him. And that,
that is true.
Sounds like a creepy pedophile.
Yeah. Well, listen. 3rd and 1 for the Indianapolis Colts bunch formation. 3 to the right side. Josh Dobbs dropping back to pass here. I guess they've decided to try to score, and he'll toss it underneath. It is complete. Really, really slow spin move there. down to the 31-yard line. 33 seconds and counting this bad boy. Rolling is long live Cassie. How to join this league, or do you have to wait till next year? 365.maddenbarmleague.com. Somebody, I assume, will post that. 365.maddenbarmleague.com. Thank you, Deca. Under the Join tab, you can apply to join the MBL. Our development league, The Grid, currently there's a waiting list to get in, but certainly get on that one, because if you get an opportunity, Sonny, we've seen opportunities don't come up too often to join, so you want to make sure you want to apply to that developmental league, The Grid. They're doing some great work down there.
Yeah, Grid is a great league in itself. Some would say it's one of the top leagues, and it is our development league. So don't feel like you're getting a second-rate league. You are getting a very NBL-like experience down there. So definitely take your opportunity to get in there. I highly recommend it. A lot of good guys down there.
Yep, a lot of us all came through that. I came through The Grid. It's the competition is incredibly tough, and it's a great league. It's a great community, much like the MBL. The Grid has a fun community, a group me. They stay tough, they stay together, and it is something you don't want to miss out on. I know a lot of people sometimes turn their nose up at developmental leagues, but this one is no joke. Make sure you join The Grid if you do. MBL, you can join under that Join tab at 365.maddenbarmleague.com. 38-22, your final score here. Houston Texans, big win on MBL Live. It's time to make our choice for MBL Live Player of the Game. Here for broadcast number 193, and if you're just joining us, you can also check out our NBL Live Player of the Game selections. That's at 365.maddenbarmleague.com under the NBL Live tab. You can check it back all the way to broadcast number 1, Sonny Weaver. Who do you like for Player of the Game in this one? DeAndre Hopkins, big game. Will Fuller sort of broke their offense open. They were sort of slow starting. That big touchdown really opened everything up, and Emilio Guerrero was fantastic at quarterback. Who do you like for Player of the Game for 193?
Well, I think it's got to be the quarterback, Grohl. What? What's his name?
It's Guerrero.
What are we going with?
We're going with Guerrero. It's French. Guerrero? I took French. It's Guerrero.
Did you get the phonetic spelling on that, or how'd that work?
It's actually not that uncommon of a last name. You see a lot of the AR or the AULTs in France and in New Orleans. Emilio Guerrero.
With the X, never with the T.
You get the X2, Gooks Tigers. I get it. And LSU, shout out to them.
Anyways, yep, we're going with the quarterback.
Yeah, Emilio Guerrero had a fantastic game.
Book it.
3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Emilio Guerrero, your Player of the Game here for broadcast number 193. Again, 365.maddenbarmleague.com. Check out our MBL Live Player of the Games all the way back to broadcast number 1. You can apply for the Madden Bomber League. There's a ton of history there. Check it out. It's a fun website to check out. And Sonny, if I'm not mistaken, our next game here on MBL Live is a matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That one's a good one. That's one you don't want to miss, Sonny. That's a rivalry here in the NBL.
One. Yeah, you got to show up for that one. That one will be a barn burner. Could be a Super Bowl preview. Check it out.
Just confirming, yes, this was the Week 9 game. Flipped out the Browns and Vikings for this one. So Week 10, Lions and Steelers. Looking at tomorrow night or Thursday, we'll schedule that one shortly. But you're not going to want to miss that one. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit whatever button you can. It's going to be a great matchup between 2 currently undefeated teams and 2 Super Bowl favorites, Steelers and Lions, going head-to-head here on NBL Live. For my co-host, Sonny Weaver, I'm OSU. Appreciate all you tuning in to broadcast number 193. Once again, the Houston Texans, a huge win over the division rival, the Indianapolis Colts. We'll see you next time for Steelers and Lions. Great game. Don't miss it right here on NBL Live.